Hey guys, welcome back and welcome to episode 149 of our single player Tiveden world. Did I catch you out with that sneaky transition at the start there? I thought I might have caught some of you, but we have repaired this house now in between episodes. You can see this was full-on fire damaged a few episodes ago, and I've decided to roll the dice yet again. I've gone for a wooden roof here. So, I know, this is going to probably come back and haunt me later on in my next thunderstorm, but I'm pretty happy the way it has turned out. I've changed a few things to make it look a little bit more modern. I kept the theme of some parts of the building so it doesn't look so out of place. So, pretty happy the way that it looks. Kind of suits this area. And I've also put this out the front here, so one way to get some extra lighting. But also keep the theme of having some hay growing around here, because this is basically for storing hay. That's the whole purpose of this building. So I've got all this extra hay in here, and there's 3 layers. Whoops, there's 3 layers in this building. We've got that bottom layer, which is pretty much just for storage. This layer is where we can do a bit of crafting and cooking up. And then if you want to go up to the 3rd layer, this is where you could chill out, have a snooze. This is basically the residence layer. So pretty happy the way this building has now turned out. And I've also got some hidden lighting. You can see no torches, but I do have lighting around here. And you've got to find some sneaky ways to hide that. But I think it looks good. Now you might be wondering, what on earth is that grumpy zombie doing down there? So this is the guy that we had trapped down there. He's always had this building. He's kind of had free range of going around and wandering around in this building, but I've noticed since I've been working in this area, he has not moved. It's like he is stuck here. I don't know why he thinks he's stuck there. You can come and swing at me anytime you want, but I'm pretty sure he won't be able to hit his head. So it's 2 blocks higher, but he won't come down from there, so that's rather interesting. And because he's so close to the surface by standing there, you certainly hear this guy every time you walk past, which is kind of cool, I think, because it really keeps your wits about you, because it sounds so close. You think, well, is there a zombie right on me? But it's actually the zombie down there. So, yes, that's pretty interesting, and he's still fully geared up. Got all my equipment that I gave him a while ago. So if you want to go down there and try and take some of the hay from underneath, you'll have your hands full, I think, trying to combat that guy. But pretty happy the way this area has turned out. I probably will want to put a tree out at the front here. We originally had a large tree just here, and I had a few goes at trying to rebuild that tree or regrow that tree, and I couldn't get one to look right, so for now I've left it open. But I'll probably put in a large tree here at some stage, I think. So who remembers this part of my world? So I'm over by the snowy village, and I'm clearing out an area here because ever since upgrading to Update Aquatic, I've had a ice farm in mind, and I haven't had a functional ice farm in my world for quite some time now. So let's build an ice farm, and I'm going to build something very simple, but should be quite effective. Requires no redstone, and I just need a little bit of land for it. So I'm just going to clear out a bit of space here, and then build ourselves an ice farm. And if I wanted to, I could probably extend it out into this river system just a little bit. And I might even do that. I think that could look pretty cool as well. So build out some jetties into here and basically look like the ice farms started out here and then we've extended inland a little bit. So a few options for that. So yes, I'm just going to clear out this land and then we'll get on with the building. So I've got a section here now dug out, which will be a good starting point. I'm not sure how big I want to make this thing. I probably will make it square, but I can always change that. And you can see there's a fair bit of space around us if we want to expand further into this river. But what I'm going to build is some kind of X. I think maybe an X shape would be pretty cool. Just using some slabs, because when you put down a slab, you can put water on top of it and the water will not freeze. So basically your water's... you're going to waterlog the slab. So if I do something like this, and then I can put down water like so, that's going to create a infinite block right here of water. So every time you do this, I can keep extending this across. And what should happen is that this can now be turned into ice. Wherever we've got these water source blocks, ice can form. And this is going to create a little nice effect of a cross, where this part here will never freeze, where we've got these slabs. but everywhere else should be able to form ice. So if I do a large enough area like this, you'll see we'll get some ice to generate here relatively easily, I think. So it could look pretty cool on a larger scale. So if I continue this out and basically build out a large cross area here, it could look pretty cool, and I'm keen to see how much ice will this thing produce in a relatively short period of time. So I'm going to build this cross, and then let's just make sure we've got the right dimensions. And then we'll see how much ice we get from this thing. Well, ice is forming, but it is pretty slow. So I think we're going to have to make a few revisions. So basically ice will only grow, or grow, but will only generate when it's next to a solid block. So all this space out here will not turn to ice until all this other area around here has turned to ice. So rather than having a large area like this, what we could do is split these into lanes and basically put down a block along that lane. So something like this. So I could build this going along here. And then as I do this, something like this, you'll notice that we'll get ice forming on either side of this block, because we're introducing extra full blocks to the side here. So having something like this could be a better way to speed this process up. It's not going to be perfect, and I don't even see any ice forming either side of this yet, but it should speed up the process in theory. Well, this feels like it's going faster, but it's certainly not as efficient, because we're going to lose all these spaces where I've got these slabs as potential ice blocks. None of these will convert to ice. So this section here is almost done. I've only got this spot here, this one, and then one right there to complete this little segment. But the end result could be pretty interesting. It'll be some little triangles that we'll see along a farm design like this. So yeah, maybe this is going to work okay. You can see I've left this part here just to see how will this one go in comparison to this one. And it looks like this one's faster than this, but I could be wrong. So time for another experiment. I've gone for leaving this one as is, and right next to it I've built one of these, I think more primitive designs, which is based on water source blocks underneath these slabs on both sides. So this will always create water source blocks in the middle here, and with this strip of just solid blocks down the middle here. So we should have ice that can form along this edge, which you can see that's happening, also on this other side, and basically these should be very similar. The only real difference here is the way that this area gets filled with water again after you've done a harvest. So with this one it's going to flow in from the sides, whereas this one's going to flow in from wherever we've got these slabs. So very similar designs really, and I'm keen to see which one of these is going to work better. This one's probably going to look better because we don't have any raised blocks like we do over here. I can't make these water logged. Or can I? I can probably make this one here waterlogged because I've got a solid block here. Actually, no. I take that back. So yeah, we're not actually going to get any water or ice forming along this edge now that I think about this. We're only going to get it forming from this side and then across. So how's that different to this side? I guess on this side, this is a solid block, which is the same as this one. So we're going to get ice forming on both sides at the same time. So alright, looks like advanced mode, my own theory here, or my own question. This one should be a lot faster than this one. So there's one good thing about all this experimenting, and that is I'm getting a whole lot of ice while we're at it. So yeah, I might even not even have to create a farm. All I can do is just keep doing something like this, and I'll just keep getting ice. So maybe we just don't build anything, we'll just keep collecting ice this way. So it's the next real life day, and I've been thinking about this design and what we should do with it. And you know what? I think we should go for something really simple. So I'm not going to overly complicate things with lanes and whatnot. I'm going to create two large, basically, squares. And I've moved it over a little bit. I'm going to build the border out of the stripped dark oak wood. I think that's a nice look. And do I have any trapdoors? Yeah, spruce trapdoors. I like to do this now, now that we have this in the game. So I'm going to add this border, and I'm going to move this across. We'll have one strip across with the slabs. So this is kind of like the look that we'll have, but we'll probably build two of these right next to each other. So I'm going to move this over a bit and then build another one right over there, just basically right next door. I think that's going to look good from over here as well. So yeah, I'm going to complete this and then hopefully no more second thoughts, but I think this design is going to be simple enough. It should give us what we want. And really, like, I can get ice pretty quickly this way. I mean, I've only been over here not that long, and already this whole area is basically filled with ice. So I don't think I have to overly complicate this thing too much. Certainly don't need to introduce redstone. I know it's pretty tempting to build some kind of redstone contraption, but yeah, I don't think it's worth it for what we're doing here. So I'm going to complete this border, and we're going to have a square here, and then another square right here. Whoa, that was weird. Look at all these squares. They're trying to duplicate. I think it looks good though. I've got these both up and running now, and just the time it took to build this one, this other side, which was already harvested, is kind of already filled out with ice already, so I think this is going to work well enough for us. If I wanted something if I was going to use packed ice or blue ice, then this probably won't be fast enough for something like that. I'll have to build something much larger. But I have no current plans to use blue ice in my world, so I think for now this will be okay. But I thought while we're over here, why not come over to the Igloo Village? Do you guys remember this area as well? You'll see all this in the World Tour, which is coming up very soon in the next episode. And I've been working very hard on that, so hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. But we've got this place over here, and it looks like these guys are getting into the Christmas spirit. Got some decorations up, although they look very suspiciously like the same decorations as last year, so yeah. You guys are getting a little slack. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way this area is looking as well, and all our villages look like they're still here. Doesn't look like we've had any zombie sieges or anything like that. This is all fully open, so I can only really come over here during the day. If I wanted to make this mob-proof, then there's a whole lot of work that I would have to do. I was just thinking when we do upgrade to the Village and Pillage update, with as many things we could do over here, one of these villages will get new skins, which would be really cool for this snowy area. But we could also use those lanterns for lighting around here. I think that could look pretty cool. And there's some also new blocks and stairs and slabs that could also be used for an area like this. So many options to come, I think, as we upgrade. But I have tried upgrading my world so far into the snapshots. It didn't go well, so I don't recommend it. If you've got a world, particularly a long established world, you can avoid upgrading to the latest snapshots. I suggest doing so, just because, yeah, they're still ironing out all the bugs. It's still not perfect yet. They are still snapshots, end of the day, so yeah, we should avoid using those. Do we still have, yes, I want some extra spruce. And what's cooking in here? Oh, okay. Some iron, fair enough. What's in this igloo? A few good things. It's funny when I like to leave parts of my world with stuff in the chests. Wow. I must have brought over a whole lot of fish out here, so yeah. How you going, guys? It's a shame we can't breed you, but hopefully that will come to the game at some point. Although, I waited long enough. Doesn't look like it's coming anytime soon, but it is getting night time, so we need to head back. So let's go and work on this area. I do want to finish this off, so I'm going to add some finer details. I was thinking this is over here, but no, it's not. Let's keep on going. It's over here. So, yes, I need to add in some extra details here to make it look a little bit better. And probably put some trees or something around here. Just going over here. We've got a bit of a party going on. Interesting. So, yeah, finer details to go. And then we'll be pretty much done. So I'm probably going to regret using all these trapdoors, but you know what? I think this is going to be a nice look. Get rid of these. Yeah, so I was thinking of going around and basically building a border here. So I think that could be a nice look. And I've also planted some of these 2x2 trees. This one I didn't like, so easiest way to get rid of these is just to burn it. So that's what's going on over there. But basically I'm going around now and adding in a border using these spruce trapdoors. So I think this area is almost done. And this is the end result. So we've got these two cube things, well, squares, right next to each other. Build a little hut thing next to it, just in case you're freezing and you want to go in and warm up a little bit. So we've got just a bed and stuff in there. I might make this a little bit bigger and put a chimney on this thing, so make it suit this area a little bit more, and maybe mix in some of the blocks that we've got in over in these buildings. I've intentionally not gone over here. You might have noticed that. Because there's extra detailing that I'll put into this area that I'm going to show in the next episode. So next episode is a world tour episode, and that's where we're going to go around to different parts of our world and show all the different things that I've got going on. And I've been busy working on that, so I'm going to end this episode now actually to cut it a little bit shorter, so it gives me more time to prepare for that next episode, which will be available probably in the next couple of weeks. It's taking a lot longer than I had anticipated, but that's okay. All the extra detailing I think will make it worth it. And I might even add some extra detailing around here as well. So we do have this ice storage thing over here. Might expand this, maybe make another little hut thing over here and make this a little bit more lively. Probably put in like a jetty or something. Yeah, so a few little things I could do as well to make this area look a little bit nicer. But as I mentioned, we're going to end the video here to focus on the next episode. So stay tuned for that. Have a great Christmas and New Year's, and I'll see you guys in the world tour next episode, episode 150, with a new download. So if you want to download my world, there will be a new fresh download available in the next episode. So thanks for watching, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.